6:18 now. Montana Western might not be the largest school in the university system, but that doesn't mean students from there can't go on to big things. This week in our regular check-in with the Dillon campus, we meet an alum from Montana Western who found herself reaching for the stars after graduation, or at least at a place where those stars are regularly studied. Well, welcome back. It is that time of the week, every Thursday, when we check in with our friends at Montana Western. Joining me this morning, Baliegh Doyle.
Hello.
Baliegh, thank you for being here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a different perspective on Montana Western than some of us do because you were a student there.
Yes.
And it's taken you to great places. Tell me a little bit, first off, about your life as a student there, and then we'll venture to where you ventured.
Perfect. So I started off at Montana Western studying math education. I wanted to be a high school math teacher, and then I ended up dropping my education degree and just focusing on math. And then I had this awesome opportunity with my advisor through the Montana Space Grant Consortium, and I ended up getting some connections and scholarships with NASA, and so that's where I ended up doing some internships there, so that was really cool.
I don't know if I could find two places that would be more opposite than NASA
Yes.
and the Montana Western campus. Small, intimate deal in that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
you said really that helped you when you got to NASA. That small team building thing was a big aid for you when you got to NASA.
Yeah, it was great. It was actually really fun talking to my team because not a lot of my team has been to NASA, let alone heard of Dillon or Montana Western, so it was awesome being able to be a student and being able to represent my school there. But it was great because Montana Western is small and it's a very intimate relationship that you have with your peers and your advisor and your professors. So it kind of helps you learn how to work in like a team-like environment where you have like 5 to 6 people in your team and how to like communicate really well with them. So I'm like super thankful for how that prepared me for working at NASA.
And now you're a student at the University of Montana
I
in
am,
Missoula.
yes.
That bigger classes, things like that. Do you miss some of that more intimate efforts that you had at Western?
I think one of the hardest struggles about going from Western to the University of Montana is that I'm not in the block schedule anymore, which I really, really enjoyed. The block schedule is awesome just because you can take one class at a time and you can focus on that, and it's really awesome with experiential learning because you can learn what you're learning in class and then immediately be able to apply it. So it's been interesting going to a like normal college where you have class for an entire semester, because I've kind of been used to getting one class done in 18 days and now I have an entire semester, so I can like relax a little more, which is really nice.
Let's talk about this just briefly. Advice to some of the students who may be going to Montana Western right now and saying, wow, this is so small. There's no, and yet you had an opportunity that very few of us get to do that. Doesn't matter, does it? The size doesn't really matter when it comes to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that regardless of where you are, as long as you promote yourself and find opportunities, then you can really, the world is your oyster. And so I found that at Western, I found that at NASA, just kind of going around asking questions. You never really know until you ask, and the worst thing that they can say is no. So it's been really great.
That will carry you far. Trust me that. Again, Baliegh Doyle joining us this morning. Thank you for taking a little time out of your Christmas break to chat with us about the exciting things that you've had to do. We appreciate that very much. We're going to take a quick break here on Montana This Morning. When we come back, Matt's going to take a look at your forecast. Stick around.